What's good, everybody? So I know I said I wasn't gonna make another video. I'm making one last video because I'm actually kind of hype right now due to information that I'm getting off of a website about the 3DS. As you know, I have a 3DS. It's not a new 3DS, it's an old 3DS. It's the retro 3DS, if you will, the one with the old school feel. Like, it's got the old school graphics and everything. It's got the inside looks like an old Nintendo controller and all that. Um, but why am I hyped? Well, I have my trusty computer holding my camera up right now, and I'm looking on this website. So I'll be looking at this, reading off some stuff. We have a couple games. I'm on GameStop.com, by the way. That's where I'm getting this information from. I don't hold them, at 100% on any of the release dates. However, the fact that there's even a release date on a lot of these games is like got me super hyped because I didn't even know about a few of these games, and I own some of them, and like I own other games in either the franchise, or I just like some of these ideas for some of these games. So here's some of the games that are coming up on the 3DS this coming up year 2016 that I'm super excited for. We have this one's not really one I'm super excited for, but I like the idea that this is coming out. It's Fire Emblem Fates. We got this one coming out in February 19th. We have Fire Emblem Fates. Another one is 2019. I do not know the difference between these two. I know that there's two different Fire Emblems coming out. We have, let's see, like I said, I was looking at this on my phone first, and then it just kind of, I decided, I'm gonna just jump on my computer and see what I can find. So we got those two Fire Emblems. What else do we have here? We have Final Fantasy Explorers. That comes out next month on the 26th, according to the website. I have no idea if they pushed it back or it's still going to be on the 26th of next month, but that I'm looking forward to. Any Final Fantasy game that gets released on the 3DS, that's different from the one that's just a strict music game that they've had. I'm looking forward to, because I've been waiting on like a full-fledged Final Fantasy title. And then we also have Hyrule Warrior Legends that comes out March 25th. March 25th. We have Hyrule Warrior Legends. Now I will be the first to say I played Hyrule Warrior on the Wii U back when I first had a Wii U, and I wasn't that big a fan of it, basically because it's Dynasty Warriors with Hyrule skins, and there in turn I just didn't really feel like this was a game for me. However, I will say that when you put a game like that on a handheld device, I tend to play them a lot more. I tend to be on the handheld side versus the console side. Under that, we have Fire Emblem Fates Conquest. This is probably the second version of that Fire Emblem game I was talking about earlier. It comes out February 19th. Again, like I said, I don't know the difference between those two. I don't follow the Fire Emblem series. I wish I did. I don't. I know they're amazing. They look amazing. They play amazing, but I don't follow them. It's just that's easy. I just don't follow them. I know that the Pokemon Yellow version is coming out February release of next month, or next year. Why I said next month, I don't know, but again, it comes out next year, February. I don't really care about that game, just because if I really did, I have retro games, so if I honestly cared about it, I would have bought it and had a retro hard copy. But you might, so hey, there you go. Here's another Fire Emblem game. It's called Birthright. It says it's coming out 2019, so there you go. Fire Emblem Birthright, and what was the other one? Fire Emblem. Where'd it go? Fire Emblem Conquest. There you go. Those are the two. And like I said, I don't know the difference between the two. I have not gotten into them. I wish I did, but I never have. Probably never will. Just because of the simple fact that I myself um, just never got into them. I really wanted to get into them, but I never did. Here's the game that got me super hyped. Bravely Second. I love Bravely Default. That is like one of my all-time favorite games on the Nintendo 3DS. I have it. I am playing it constantly. I'm constantly playing this game. It has a release date. I don't know how solid this release date is, but on the website for June 1st of next year, I will be buying that game as soon as it releases. I've been waiting on this game. I know it's already released in Japan, and believe me, if this 3DS wasn't region locked, if the new 3DS wasn't region locked, I would already have a copy of this game just to play it. But I was super hyped to read about that game. And another game that I was super excited about, which I think is on the next page, and I didn't even know, I've not heard anything about this game. I had the first one, and I saw on this website, I have no idea how true it is for a, if I can find it here, where is it? It was very exciting for me to see that they were thinking about coming out with this game. If I can find it here. Where are you? Here it is. It says that they are coming out with, in February 16th of 2016, Project Cross Zone 2. February 16th, 2016, Project Cross Zone 2. I love this game. I bought the special edition with the soundtrack, the poster, the game. I bought the whole thing. I got it for 20 bucks, believe it or not. I bought that game, and it's totally worth every penny. And when I saw this, and I was scrolling along, and I was like, holy shit. They're coming out with a part 2. Amazing. I can't wait to get it. It's gonna be amazing, and it's, you know, gonna be one of those I'm looking forward to. And I'm just like, wow, they've decided to make a second one to this game. I can't wait. So many characters in the first game, so many characters from so many different franchises, all in one game mashed up, and it works. And the only thing I hope they do different this time is they don't make it exclusively in a Japanese talk format where I have to read subtitles. I hope they make it an option to where you can have it, to where you can listen to them in English versus listening to them in Japanese, because I don't want to have to read subtitles. I would rather be able to play the game through once where I hear English and then go through and play it again in Japanese. That's just me though. What else do we have here? I think that was all that got me like super excited, because like I said, I was like, what? When I saw that, I was like, oh shit, we gotta do a video on the fact they're doing a Project Cross Zone 2, because that was just something that like blew my mind. There was no way I was gonna let that slide. And it's just because of the simple fact that is amazing. Apparently there's going to be a Dragon Quest 7 coming out on the 3DS, and it looks to be a release date for next year, so they don't even know exactly when it's coming out. A Mega Man Legacy Collection will be coming out next year, February of next year. February 23rd, in fact, is what it's marked down for. I don't know if it's going to be what type of games, but a Mega Man Legacy Collection, that sounds pretty cool. Personally, I would rather see like a Mega Man X collection, but that's because I prefer the Mega Man X. I'm just, like I said, I'm scrolling through here, seeing what I can find. So, you know, like, it's just me. One thing I did notice on the eShop that I wish they do a hard copy of, I don't think they will. Dementia has got a HD digital copy. I wish they do an HD physical copy, because then I feel like they could do part 1 and part 2, mash them together and just resell those. and they wouldn't have to do too many of those. Just sell those two, because I feel like those two were really good, and they just kind of want to only pick on one or two. And I think they could pick on both of them and sell them. And the 3DS would be a great way to, expand on that type of game, because I don't think it got the necessary attention it should have got on the regular DS. And being the 3DS, it could open it up into a way that Dementia should have been opened up in the beginning anyway. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys, is that the 3DS in 2016 looks to be, especially in the first quarter all the way through to the second quarter, looks to be going really strong, and I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. What do you think? What are your, well, I kind of disabled comments, but hopefully you guys are looking forward to the 3DS games. If you have a 3DS, I gotta make a video posting my friend code on there, so I can get, I'll put comments on that video just so I can get your friend code. You'll have mine, and we can swap out friend codes, because I still have areas to fill up on that system. I will see you on next video, Pippin. Deuces.